Hello, my name is Wyatt Dodds, and I'm going to be informing you about Mount Everest. A lot of people know about Mount Everest, but they don't know exactly how big it is or what they do with it, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. What you need to know is basically how big the mountain is, the attempts the climbers have made, and a little bit of records and fun facts about it. So first, the size. It's 29,029 feet high to the summit. The size is over debate because the plates are shifting and it could cause it to shrink or gain size. So the location, it's located in Asia, in between the Sagarmatha zone, Nepal, and Tibet, China. Now that you know where it's at and where it's located, it's also 5.5 miles high, if to put it in perspective. Now that you know the size and location of Everest, I'll discuss the attempts made by man to discuss. The attempts, by the end of 2007, there had been 3,679 ascents made by 2,400 people. 210 people have died attempting to climb Mount Everest. A deadly storm took the lives of 15 climbers in 2006 in a region known as the Death Zone at an altitude of 26,000 feet. Other climbing facts: before setting foot on Everest, a climber has to purchase a permit worth $25,000, which probably explains the reason why there's only been 3,600 attempts. It's very dangerous to climb Everest because of the climate, and people get altitude sickness. The temperature can reach at the summit can reach anywhere from 15 below zero to 100 below zero. There are four camps located on Everest. Before you reach the summit, you have to go through the 4 camps. The first camp is 20,000 feet high. The second camp is 21,300 feet high. The third camp is 24,000 feet high. And the fourth camp is 26,000 feet high. And the climbers have to jump around. They have to climb and go back down to acclimatize themselves to the reduced oxygen that they get, so they have the right something, I don't know. Anyway, now that you know the climbing attempts and the climbing processes, I'll give you some fun facts about it. The youngest climber was 15 years old, and the oldest climber was 76 years old, which I need a wheelchair by that time. Fastest ascent without oxygen, 16 hours and 42 minutes. The fastest ascent with oxygen is 8 hours and 10 minutes. People use oxygen to breathe better up there because there's 1/3 less oxygen up there. A lot of times people use oxygen just to climb it faster. They don't want to make it a long affair, so to speak. The atmospheric pressure, like I said, is 1/3 of sea level pressure. The deepest spot in the ocean is deeper than Everest is high. So you put Everest in the ocean and it'll still be 1.3 miles below the water. Mount Everest was known as Peak 15 and was later named Everest in 1856 by a British Surveyor General of India named Andrew Waugh, who taught him everything. The man, Andrew Waugh, he was taught by a guy named Colonel Sir George Everest, who taught him everything about exploration and surveying. And the first person who climbed Everest was in 1953, so a while back. So Everest is a very high mountain, 29,000 feet. People think in Denver, Colorado, where there's mountains 9,000 feet high, it's hard to breathe and everything. Just imagine 29,000 feet. It's also 5.5 miles high, which is higher than any city in the United States. And if you plan on making a trip to Everest, you might need some hand warmers and a large coat because you might need it.